We've had quite a few Robin Hood films over the years, but I think this one has closer ties to Russell Crowe's Robin Hood than Kevin Costner's Prince of Thieves, or even that abomination of a Robin Hood film with Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx, cause that movie was trash! A24's The Death of Robin Hood is the latest entry for Hugh Jackman's old man going through a reconcilement of being a killer and resenting his life, only to get the bye-bye turn it off in the end. The title says everything about what this film is, but only this time it may be one very unsatisfying ending, or should I say, a very unsatisfying death. If you've seen Logan, you've basically seen this movie before. It just so happens to be Hugh Jackman playing the same role in a way, just with two different legends. Robin Hood is old and people want to kill him for killing people he's killed over several years with his butt buddy Edward, and when Edward's family is in danger, Robin helps, but Edward Boy's wife got the bye-bye turn it off, only for his daughter to survive, leaving Robin badly injured. Edward takes Robin to an island to get healed, and this is where he reflects on all the crime and murder he's committed through his entire life and how it's affected many others, only for him to die. When in fact he should have just got killed off at the beginning of the film and it could have saved us 120 minutes of drama. First off, the music is solid, it fits very well to the film. The cinematography is unique and very artsy-fartsy at times, which I did actually enjoy. And there's lots of shots in here that could just be paintings at times, which is very unique. I do really enjoy this kind of stuff. Sometimes artsy-fartsy films are kind of cool, and this was sort of one of them. The acting all around is very well done. Obviously, Hugh Jackman steals the show in this gritty drama of Robin Hood. Definitely a different take from some other Robin Hoods, some more hopeful Robins. And that's why I'd say it's definitely closer to Russell Crowe's Robin Hood than any other one, because it's definitely a little more somber and definitely a lot more serious. The story starts off very well, having people trying to kill Robin, especially this little girl, and the fight scenes are absolutely brutal and intense. The first third of this film is well done, and then when he gets injured and Edward takes Robin to this island to recover, that's when this movie becomes pure drama. Pacing becomes very, very slow, and that was basically the last time you'd see any sort of action within this film. I just wanted to see him Wolverine this shit up, and it came close for sure, but Logan did this better in every regard. This is essentially the artsy-fartsy edition of Logan, and that's really it. It's one of those stories where there's a combination of people he meets later in his life unknowingly affecting their lives in some form, like where you have this discount version of Sub-Zero who was covering his body up because he's absolutely cooked, and it also turns out that him and Robin met earlier and he cut off his damn ear, and I guess they had to have a drink or some shit, and I was like, amazing! Even the instance with this healer chick realizing he's Robin after he blatantly tells her so.
I am the outlaw, Robin Hood.
And it's revealed that he killed her family as well, so
Thank you.
he realizes, shit, I gotta get the bye-bye turn it off in here. So it was really just a film compounding all these events that affected so many people to get his blood drained from his forearm and get the bye-bye goodnight in a really slow-ass way. Even the parallel with Logan, where he takes Edward's daughter kinda under his wing as well, it's very similar, and it's probably why Hugh Jackman was cast, because he has proven to pull this shit off before. It's a really solid film, but I think of it as the slower version of Logan, which ultimately did this so much better.
Shut the f up!
And of course he sort of trains Edward's little girl by skinning animals and teaching her how to use a bow and such before he got the bye-bye turn off for sure, so there are a lot of similarities in this film. There were also at times where you could barely understand what the hell these actors were saying. Sometimes their words just kind of mumbled together and you're thinking, okay, I can kind of hear what you're saying, but kind of can't at the same time. It was probably due to the accent and such, and obviously some older English in there, so that's probably why. But more or less, it's basically the death of Robin Hood, so there's not much else to explain in this story. And I kind of wish it had some more action throughout the film because it almost seemed kind of necessary. Even if the message of the film was not to solve everything with violence so that you can be better than this Robin dude, I guess. And at times I thought while I was watching this, it probably would have made more sense to have a few more Robin Hood films with Hugh Jackman before this movie. But sadly, it's a slow-ass drama nobody wanted! And for once, it's not a film I hated at all, and it really did have some potential to be extremely good, but decided to go all artsy-fartsy film festival prestige on us that I think it failed to really entertain people. Overall, this film is a 6 out of 10. It's genuinely good, but if you got TikTok brain, you'll hate the shit out of it. And its biggest downside is pacing overall. The action scenes were brutal, but for 2/3 of this film being a drama, it kind of halted what could have been potentially a masterpiece of a film. And you'd probably watch this in a decade or so after to appreciate this piece of art. But then again, Logan did it so much better. So this Robin Hood got the bye-bye, turn it off!
Shut up, shut up, shut the f*** up!